What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Rock is a Lady's Modesty, this time with episode 11 actually. Looking forward to today. It was another good episode last week, a bit of a chiller one. But yeah, something that did want to speak about quickly before we get into the episode that's really annoyed me this week. Same thing that happened to ReZero, where the only thing I haven't really seen anyone talking about the show, to be honest with you. But I saw a post this week that had millions of views, 250,000 something likes, and it's about how the creator of the show or something has never seen a woman in his life or something like that because of the scene with the blue-haired lady wearing Suzunomiya's t-shirt and she couldn't see her keyboard, and that was a funny joke, and it made sense considering that she has to be a bit more conservative in her school life. And if you've seen the series, it's nothing egregious. It's just another funny joke from the series. There's much worse stuff that happens in this show where the girls go at each other. Yet people again that don't actually watch these shows give their crappy opinion on it, and it goes massively viral. And they haven't even watched the fucking show, and that happens. Not to quite the extent, but with ReZero, just the only thing I'd ever see go viral about it was the fan service and stuff like that. It was never anything to do with the story, characters, or anything. It was like just bullshit opinions in a similar vein to this, and it just really annoyed me. It's just like, check the show out for one fucking minute, and you won't have an issue. Yeah, I don't know. That was just really egregious to me seeing that. Yeah, do let me know you guys. Sorry guys, I had to get that out there. But yeah, let me know you guys. If it was slow, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Yeah, this is the thing. You can't ever really chat back to her too much because she can do what you can do better, and she does the bass. I kind of agree with that. I do think the drums are massive as well, to be honest. Drums and guitar. Not to say any of the other instruments aren't important, but I mean, look, she's having to wrap her chest up in her daily life, so she's not used to having those right in front of her, especially when she's looking down at a keyboard. I can imagine how that's a problem. I've never been fat, but I imagine if I was fat, it might be harder to see a football. I play football. It might be harder to see the football when it's at my feet versus if I'm not fat. So it's a similar thing. And it's a joke. Here it is again. Shove it in their faces, please. And you guys know I'm really not a fan of fan service. I took it as a joke, a funny joke. It's like, damn, people making this such an issue, bro. I need to stop going on about it, but it really pissed me off because it's just like, out of all of this show's brilliance, this is what people are mad about, and it's gone viral. This is why people are talking about the show. They do say any publicity is good publicity, so hopefully that might mean we get a season 2. I think she does. I think she proved that. Such a tease, bro. I'm not sure she really knows what 100% what she's doing, but she's good at like kind of playing people a bit like that. Quite good with the ladies. She does like to be berated, as we did see last week. Saw another side of her. Saw a few sides of her last week, actually, didn't we? Mm. And we needed to for this, as she says, to make it feel more like a band, to know each other. Although in real life, you do see people, bands especially, the more they know each other, the worse they actually do get along sometimes, and like splitting up and such is quite common. It is one of those things. Like you think of like, I mean, this isn't exactly the same, but like One Direction, for example, they're a group of boys that just got placed all within a band. Like you can't expect them to all get along, and I think inevitably they didn't. Not that I ever really listened to them or too in depth for the knowledge of the ongoings of One Direction, but so she does know about her. The Lookout. I just thought she was doing a bad job. Yeah, that's nice of her. But yeah, how can you expect people just like yeah, you can't expect them all to just get along and just even live with people they hate for however long. That reminds me of a movie. I think it's Almost Famous or something like that. I think it's called like Almost Famous about like fans of a band and they like travel with them. It's a really interesting kind of movie. From like the fans' perspective, like fangirls and an interviewing boy who wants to be do like newspaper stuff. I think. And she really reminds me of a Pokemon gym leader. There's one that looks very much like her. She also kind of looks like that main kind of villain from Sun and Moon, I think it is, with the kind of hair. But it's not her that I'm thinking of. She's got a nasty old cowlick, hasn't she? Doesn't look awfully impressed. Maybe that's just how she looks. Yeah, I figured something was coming. As I said, she doesn't seem impressed. Got no work talk during tea time. What a weird subtitle. I'm pooped. Who says that? She literally just said she was tired. The most refined maiden. Quite funny, she says that. I feel like even if everybody knew about the whole rock band stuff, she could still uphold those values. like logistically. I know she wouldn't actually, like the people wouldn't take it as well as I would. But I mean, just on the surface, you should be able to still uphold those while being in the band. It's all perception based, though, isn't it? So, who the hell is this? I don't recognise her. Takayanagi. There's a harp. That's pretty cool. Pretty cute. Barber's got a bit crazy with the haircut. The harp. It's an interesting instrument, isn't it? A bit like a guitar when you think about it. Quite similar, actually. So if anyone ever done that to me in real life, I'd be a little bit kind of pissed off at them. I would think less of them. Someone starts explaining something to me like that. Well, actually. That's how I can see some of the YouTube comments being, to be honest. I was actually just reading some of the new Polo Carries episode, and it was like, why does everyone expect a happy ending? Blah blah blah. So, did you watch the video? I mean, it was pretty obvious. Yeah, won't get too much more of that. Well, that's a bit like I said a minute ago. I feel like, in spite of her being in a band, she should still be able to meet those requirements, even if she doesn't meet one particularly well. If she's amazing at the others, I hope that would make up for it. Nice lady, isn't she? So yeah, it really does. Your compliment. So it really does make you question how she got to be in this position, considering she hasn't really upheld what you'd expect of a noble maiden thus far. Which we haven't seen a lot of her, but like I just said with Susanomia, she must have been extremely good at the other aspects. She's always had this haircut. Again, she must be absolutely incredible at this harp. Must be. I don't know, for me that sounds like a big burden. The Arabs? Okay. I mean, they're very rich. Okay, I was not expecting to see them today. So you paid for it. So you fucking paid for it. I doubt that was all that was taken into account, but I imagine that helped. Oh, I don't know. I feel like if you could, you probably would. If you have the money that could help influence the decision of who becomes his noble maiden, you probably would pay for it. So again, it seems to have got her into plenty of positions to benefit off that. Benefit more than she gave up, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like a what if this really, isn't it? Yep. This is a girl that has seemingly perfectly adhered to her expectations from her parents and such. Yet has not indulged in anything she herself loves. And Susanoo seems to be quite the opposite. I hope she stays that way. Wow, yeah, this. Fuck you. How about fuck you, noble maiden? Yeah, that is perfectly summed up here. That came raining down on her, didn't it? The reality of what it might and probably will take to become a noble maiden. Yes, this is the perfect response. This is the perfect reaction, I think. Power. And this is why instruments and stuff like hobbies are so good, because you can get this stuff out doing this. That's why I love playing football. It's just like everything goes away for, yeah. It's a way to like let yourself out a little bit, let the anger out, let whatever you is building up inside you out, and so on. Mix Hall. Who's that? That sounds so British. Peter Townsend. That sounds like such a British name. We've still got a end scene at the end here. Okay. Yeah. Again, love that reaction from Susan Omer. And I think she's perfectly warranted as well. That was like a bit of a. She seemed like a lovely girl, but and then halfway through, you're just like, oh, she is almost like a facade of a person. She's a person that's been. I mean, your parents are such always a massive impact on who you become, but to this extent, it's like she literally just became the person she was. She's not an actual person, if you know what I'm saying. She's not her own person, and that came through like halfway through the episode, didn't it? It was like, oh, you're almost just like an illusion of a person. Actually, you're an illusion of a perfect, noble maiden. Where's the real you? And that's very much what I kind of hope Susan Omer kind of. I really hope she kind of stops dreaming about this noble maiden title and such. To be honest, the further away we get from that, the better for me. But that's what rock and roll's about, baby. Getting rid of expectations and just rock and rolling, laying it all loose. Just like we see her play at the end there. And perfect response to rebel. Okay, so it's just a random call. Maybe we've got a show coming up. And look who's it. So I've got to say, I've got to give it to her. She's a pretty good stalker, actually. Not to be caught whole episode. You called us here for that? Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, really? Even though they received no applause. It's very interesting now, isn't it? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Some kind of boy band here. Mm. They all look very. You can very much tell that this guy's like the main, the main geezer here, because the rest of them all look quite dorky, actually, don't they? Okay, interesting. I think we've only got some male characters. Have we seen any? When was the last time we saw a male character in this show? Not sure we ever have, to be honest. Not anyone that I remember. So yeah, this should be an interesting addition. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, really good episode today. Again, kind of gives us a good look at what a potential Susan Omer might look like. I don't think it will end up going this way, but just good to have the comparisons here, isn't it? What the noble maiden kind of should be and it should be like, and less what she should be like, because she definitely has her kind of faults. This girl, she's not like a perfect girl, but just seeing that she kind of perfectly kind of followed her parents' kind of guide for her and paid for the title, and yeah, just kind of really took a turn in that kind of second portion of this, didn't it? And again, I'm really glad it did, to be honest, because I think it probably hopefully strengthens Suzunomiya's kind of individuality and her kind of want to for this band to succeed and such, and how much it means to her playing the guitar. So yeah, perfect response at the end there, and a very good episode. I'm surprised it felt really short. I'm surprised that whole kind of segment lasted the whole episode, to be honest with you. But yeah, interesting setup for next time, so can't wait to see that. I'm not 100% sure how many episodes are left, but I'm assuming it's 2. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Do let me know again what you guys think of this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date, and I'll see you guys next week.